3, 2, 1. Ladies and gentlemen, take 2. Ladies and gentlemen, take 3. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to today's episode. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Today you are in for a treat. I am joined by none other, the Italian stallion, one of a kind, baseball phenom, offers from Harvard, MLB, Funland batting cage, the one and only hilariously talented comedian, Connor Corsentino. Welcome to the podcast, sir.
All right, man. Thank you for having me.
Playing for the Pittsburgh Pirates. Yeah, man. He is currently streaming this from a water heater factory. It looks like you're ready in the background with your 5-gallon water, just in case the pandemic hits again. Fill it up with gasoline.
Dude, whatever I need. Yeah, I don't know.
How you been doing, man?
Dude, I've been pretty good. Just been kind of chilling, trying to get back in the routine of stand-up and everything. Now things are opening back up. What about you, bro?
It seems like Ventura is full-blown steam ahead. It looks good, man. I like it. Seems like there's shows going on weekly.
Yeah, things are... Yeah, the open mic scene's pretty good down here. There's like a few new people that have just been like going at it, opening new mics and stuff. Like Mel's isn't those cats in Santa Barbara anymore. It's this new girl named Sue Skedato from she's like
sounds
from
made up.
Jersey or something. I know, right? For sure. Yeah, she's from Jersey, but she's just like putting on some shows, and it's cool. It's cool.
Yeah, have you been going to Mel's?
Yeah, it just started this last week, so I went. But Gigi's is back. It's inside. Everything's inside again.
Nice.
Amy's doing this place called the Fatty Vegan. It's like a punk rock vegan place. It's kind of sick.
Is she vegan?
Yeah, it's been fun. No, I don't think anyone that goes there is like legitly vegan.
Okay.
Like it's called Fatty Vegan. I think it's like supposed to be unhealthy vegan food. Like they have milkshakes and they sell like pizzas and vegan sausages and shit. It's pretty good. It's good.
Yeah, you get down on that vegan stuff.
Yeah, they also sell beer, so it's tight.
That's what's funny about vegans. A lot of times you can get really fat and unhealthy just eating vegan stuff, like milkshakes and shit like that. It's crazy.
Oreos are vegan.
Dude.
Just be a vegan and eat nothing but Oreos.
So dope. Dude, when I think of Mel's, I think of such a long drive, and you might be there for 4 or 5 hours, and then it's insane there, man.
And get heckled.
Yeah, dude, that place was either magic or just like brutally killing your desire to keep doing stand-up.
Yeah, there was no in between. This last week, it was like kind of an in between. It started out rough, bro.
Really?
It started out rough. The first 3 or 4 people just, I don't know if it was their first time or what, but it was rough. But Jesse Campos actually saved the day. Went up and did material about his dead grandma.
Oh, wait, his grandma died?
Yeah, on Mother's Day, I guess. And then he went up on Wednesday and told jokes about it. Yeah, it was bummed. But
that's the real shit, though, jokes. Man. Yeah? What was he? Well, yes, I won't give his jokes away.
Yeah. He's just going for it.
Shout out to the lesbian lumberjack working at LensCrafter. I love Jesse. I got to get him on the podcast.
Yeah, he's a good dude.
Yeah, sometimes. No, I'm kidding. Dude, sometimes when you have to do a spot and so the person that goes before you bombs, it is like, it's like, oh man, this is gonna. It's you have to acknowledge it, and it's either gonna go really good because you're able to play off of it, or they just completely killed the audience.
Yeah, it's almost like you have to start over. It's like you're opening the show over again.
Dude, I was at a spot a couple weeks ago, and it was this guy's first time. This is what made me realize the difference between Ventura and Texas. It was this guy's first time doing stand-up. He says that after maybe a minute or two of his set, and it's not going very good. And then I start clapping. That's just my thing. If someone's doing it for the first time, I'm like, I'll be supportive. Right. And a couple other people started clapping. And then he tried doing something. He was saying some stuff. And then all the comedians turned on him like a group of hyenas. And they just all started heckling him. And I'm just like, dude, this is his first time doing stand-up. This dude, it turned into the worst bomb I've seen in a long time. And then he literally walked off the stage, walked out the door, never to be seen again. He might have killed himself that night, if I'm being completely honest.
Yeah, it's just bad. He's never going to do stand-up again. That's rough.
It is, man. That's what's so important about those first times. Who was Eric Crispin there your first time? Or where'd you do your first spot?
No. I did my first one at Mel's, and it was a good night.
Oh, really?
I got pretty lucky. Yeah, I did like my umpire bit where I talk about striking out 8-year-olds, and they liked it. I didn't do like a full 5 minutes though. I liked it as much as I could, and then I was like, that went pretty good. I'm out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who was hosting?
I think Josue.
Josue? Okay, yeah, Josue is cool.
His last name, yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he was hosting. I had to wait like 3 hours, like you were saying. I waited all night, but I did pretty good. And then it was a slow and steady decline after that of bombs. But we got through it.
It's weird how that happens, man. It's unavoidable.
Yeah.
Usually your first time goes pretty good because you've prepared so much for it for that first time. And then you get cocky. You're like, you know what? I'm going to go up and I'm just going to riff it. I'm just going to see how people are doing.
Yeah, for sure. Then you just start eating dicks left and right.
Yeah.
But, we got to eat a few dicks.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with eating a couple dicks every now and then, man?
No, you got to do it. You like Austin, though? You like the Austin scene?
Yeah. There's definitely, it feels very excited. Like the Austin community. Like it feels like everybody's like, oh man, we're here for like a gold rush.
There's you got Joe Rogan, dog.
Yeah. There's like a lot of new faces. I think I bombed pretty bad one night when I just started making fun of the homeless people in Austin. And then when I said,
oh yeah,
I was from California, they completely turned on me. Like it was just like, oh no. It's like, don't California my Texas and don't California my comedy scene, I guess. But they're definitely
heard a lot of that.
Yeah, there's definitely a little bit. Everybody else has been pretty welcoming. And like Austin is pretty California. Like it's pretty.
Yeah. Well, isn't Austin supposed to be like the California of Austin?
Or of Texas?
Like its little nickname. Yeah, of Texas. Yeah.
Yeah, I live outside of it. I'm like 20 minutes away, like 20 miles away from Austin. And I love it because it's just like I live in a really green area. I can drive into Austin, but it's like I don't have to deal with actually living in a city. Like I could never live in LA. Like,
that's
fuck that.
Oh, God, no, dude. It's fucking crazy out there. And traffic's starting to come back now. It's not tight.
It's dope, though, that California seems like it's opening back up.
Yeah, I think some places are a little hit and miss. Like LA's kind of weird still, I think. But Ventura's been pretty about it. Orange County has just always been about it.
Yeah, they don't fuck around in Orange County. They protest me.
They got angry.
I think we have a delay going on. Am I skipping at all?
Yeah, we might. Like a little bit, not really though.
Okay. I just want to announce that for the listeners that if it seems like there's unnatural pauses, it's because Connor is streaming out of Anne Frank's garage right now. Are you really in a basement right now?
No, I'm in my garage.
Oh, tight
Just
move.
looks like I'm in what's his name? Buffalo Bill's garage.
Yeah, dude, the one crazy thing is the marijuana laws out here.
Yeah, is it, I heard it like got accidentally like decriminalized or some shit in Texas, but it's still illegal, right?
Yeah, I went to a CBD dispensary just to get what I could, and they're pretty stringent about THC and everything here. But what's crazy is if you get the little cartridges of CBD, it gets you high. Like, it's not normal CBD. Okay. Like, it's very weird. And I was like, this is not CBD. Like, they're sneaking it in.
That is weird.
Yeah, man.
Huh. So it's like, what happens if you get caught with weed? Are you in big trouble?
Yeah.
Or is it just like...
Yeah, it can be a felony. Maybe not since they changed that law. Okay. But you can get in big trouble with it. But they got to be legalizing it soon.
Yeah, right. I remember when I was in Idaho, dude, the people out there were telling me that if you get caught with weed, it's worse than having cocaine.
Mind blowing.
Like, what? Yeah, right. Like, how does that work? This is actually one of my favorite things about you. You had to go to rehab for your drug problems, right? Yeah, for just smoking weed.
It was like
an outpatient rehab. The devil's lettuce, bro. It was an outpatient rehab though. So, and it was for like minors. I didn't like live there. It was like 3-hour classes after school.
I wish you lived there.
I know. No, it would have been rough. That would have been fucking real. So even worse. But I'd get drug tested every class, and I was the oldest one there. I was 17, and I was the only one there for weed. It was rough.
Your mom just thought you had a problem?
Yeah. Well, my mom was like, she like basically did the D.A.R.E thing for middle schools. So she didn't work for D.A.R.E, but she like the class she teaches is called life skills, and it's just all about saying no to drugs and alcohol and like fights and stuff like that. And so I think she was a little embarrassed, and I like got in trouble a few times for sure. But yeah, she sent me to rehab for weed.
Hey, shout out to your mom for keeping it real though. Like, she was like, you know what, I got to get my home in order. You know, if I'm gonna be promoting this, I gotta.
I mean, yeah, I still smoke weed though.
I mean, so it didn't work
before this. No, it didn't work. I even like the craziest thing, bro, is they put me in it because one of their friends, well, like one of my friends went to it, like family friend went to it. He went to it for drinking, but when he went to it, it wasn't as strict when I went to it. Like, they were kind of able to fuck around and shit.
Oh, okay.
And so him and a few other people stole drug tests. Like, they stole a few of the drug tests. And so what they would do is they would get like clean piss in the drug test they stole. And then when they went to, it was just like a bottle you pee in. And so when they went to go take the drug test, they would give them a bottle, and they'd be like, all right, go pee in this. And they would just like switch the bottles out.
Damn.
And so, yeah. And so when I went there, he was like, I have an extra one. Do you want it? And I was like, yeah, fuck yeah, I want it. So I smoked the whole time. Like, there's a few times I went there like a little stoned. I had definitely cut back because I was like, if I got caught, then I would have had to go to like the live-in rehab. They called it the ranch, and like people peed and shampoos and shit. I was like, I'm not going there for weed. So,
man,
yeah, I still smoked during some of it. Yeah.
Yeah,
it was cool.
You smoke before going
on. Sucked, but
you can smoke before going on stage also.
Yeah, not like, I mean, yeah, I try not to smoke like too much, you know, but yeah, I smoke before I work out and shit too, though, dog. I just like, I don't know. Yeah, I like it.
I can never do it. At least I don't think I could ever do it before going on stage, maybe. But I feel like I would get too in my head about my set and like lose focus and be like, oh shit, I can't mess this up.
Yeah. I feel like it slows me down a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's nice. Just like a J or something though, you know, you can't smoke any more than that. You smoke 2 J's and you're in trouble.
I'm gonna have to do that. I'm gonna give it a whirl, you know? Maybe once it's legal here so I don't get paranoid about getting arrested.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Yeah, that shit's crazy, dude.
Dude, I remember growing up in high school, I was dating this girl and she ended up having to go to rehab for marijuana. And oh, no way. I remember I realized that like I did it a little bit in high school and then I got completely away from it till like later on in college because of this incident where she was starting to get pee from like the neighbor's kid. Like it was a kid. And I was like,
oh, that's not cool.
And I remember being like, I'm out of this relationship. I'm out of this weird situation. This is very weird.
Yeah, that's weird.
And then
I was getting pee from like my buddies in high school that didn't do anything.
And then there was one time where we were smoking in a garage, like then all the neighbor kids would like get together and I was probably a junior or maybe a senior, I don't know. And there was older guys, like someone's older brothers who were like almost in their 30s. And then someone brought like a 10-year-old in this. And I remember being like, I literally left because I was like, this is fucked up on a different kind of level. Where I'm like, you guys are getting a 10-year-old to do this. And I was like, I'm out. And
I can't be a part of this.
Yeah.
Man, who the fuck are you smoking with?
Dude, shout out to the Antelope Valley, dog. Shout out to Palmdale.
Damn, dog. I never did anything like that. Me and my friends were dumb though. Like we had spots where we would smoke and they all had like their own nickname. The one we probably used the most was this place we called the Couch. And we just found like a couch on the side of the road and we threw it in the river bottom and that was the smoke spot, dog.
Dude, the amount of homeless people that probably fucked on your couch.
Dude, the amount of high schoolers that fucked on that couch, dog.
Did you guys Febreze it at all? Anything?
Nah, probably maybe some people did, but like, nah. I mean, it's a river bottom couch, dog. You know what you're getting into.
Oh man, dude, the shit you would do in high school just to like have some sense of freedom.
Dude, right? We used to have this crazy place we called the Birdhouse.
Oh shit.
And there's like
I already like it.
There was like this old there's like this old abandoned bike shop, right? It was kind of by one of the movie theaters. That's the only hint I'm gonna give in Ventura. And there's like a way to climb to the top of the building. And like you like parkour your way up. It's super easy. And you parkour your way up. And then on top of the building is like this box thing. It's like big enough to go in and you could climb a ladder to the top of the box and look out. But we would just smoke in that box like crazy. It was like our own little building, and we called it the Birdhouse. It was fucking tight, dude.
Dude, that's a pretty sick move.
It was sketchy getting up and get down. Yeah, it was cool. I remember the first time, like getting up, it was so exciting, and then you get super stoned and you're on top of this building getting down and you're like all paranoid and shit. It was fun.
And there was abandoned underneath?
Yeah, bro. Yeah, it was an abandoned building underneath. I think it used to be a bike shop or something. And on top of the building, there was like a crawl space you could open up. Not crawl space, but like a hatch. And there was a ladder and you could go down into the bike shop.
That's pretty sick.
And my friends, we were all in high school for this, yeah. One of them was in like a Viscom class and they filmed like a evil superhero movie and they like filmed it in there.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah. We're some troublemakers.
Did you, I don't know how it was in Ventura, but like just even what you had to do to even get marijuana when it was illegal. Like, I hate being an old man being like, these kids will never know the struggles, the shady characters that you had to deal with in high school.
Dude, the shadiest people. I know when we were like freshmen, sophomores, one of my friends' older brother was like a tattoo artist, so we would just like go to the tattoo places and just ask strangers if they had weed.
Really? That's
pretty
hilarious.
much. I mean, we would text his brother and be like, does anyone have weed there? And like sometimes he'd say yes, sometimes he'd say no, you know?
Dude, that's not that bad. I remember having to
it was most of the time no.
One time I had to go to this shady trailer park. Went to a few trailer parks actually. And when I was parked outside about to try to go into this little back area where the dude sold it out of his shed, cops rolled up to bust the place as I was about to go in. And I literally, just by the luck of me staying in the car for 10 more seconds, stopped like me being there. And I was just like, ooh, all right, just going to keep driving.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Oh my God. Dude, I was at the beginning of this COVID thing. I was buying weed from this dude. Like one of my friends knew him or his mom knew him somehow. I don't know. Totally. He was making heroin. He was like living in almost like in a storage unit almost, but it was big. Like he was living in like a warehouse.
Why wouldn't you just go to a dispensary now?
Dabs. Dude, fuck, the dispensary's like 30 minutes away and they're expensive. This dude was cheap and his weed was good.
There's delivery.
This dude was fucking crazy, bro. Fuck the deliveries, dude. The deliveries take hours. I delivered fucking like 2-3 months ago and they never came. They just never came.
Disrespectful.
Fuck the delivery.
Man.
But anyways, I know. I had to stop buying weed from this dude because I think he either went to jail or prison. He burnt his he went crazy and set his warehouse on fire and like tried to burn it to the ground.
Holy shit.
And it was like shooting a pistol in the air or something. Yeah, too much drugs for sure.
See, that reminds me of like the early 2000s, like the shady characters, because that's what it felt like. Even if you did get were successful at getting a $20 bag of weed, you still had to like sit with these weird people, and you're like, it's those kind of people. Like something could send them off, and they want you to hang out. They ain't got nothing going on. They're watching fucking cartoons, and it's like, all right, man, I gotta head out.
Yeah, it's the worst. Yeah, man. It's always awkward. They're trying to get you to smoke with you, and you're like, I don't know where you been, dog. Like, I'm just gonna get this and leave.
Yeah, there's always some dude just passed out in the corner.
Yeah, that's when you got to worry about shit being laced, even though I don't think I ever smoked anything laced. I was at a party once, and my friend was like, this is laced, but I felt like just regular weed to me.
Really? They probably just got a little high, huh?
Yeah, they're probably just bragging and trying to be cool in high school.
Yeah, they don't even know what laced means. They just think it means good weed.
Yeah. Fucking know, dude.
How was COVID for you? This is we'll change the subject. I feel like we just did a marijuana podcast. How has COVID been for you? Everything shut down because you were starting to pop off with comedy. You're doing levity. You're doing a lot of shows. I feel like the whole Ventura scene was really coming up.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, the timing of it really sucked because supposedly I was gonna go to levity again, but yeah, then all that shit closed. I don't know. It was like pretty chill for me, honestly. Like I didn't do stand up for a while because everything was locked down, but I was able to work the whole time. I think I got a week or 2 weeks off, like when it first started. And it was like just back to work. I never had any problems like with COVID, getting sick or anything. I was kind of bummed out of work the whole time though, because a lot of people were getting like paid a lot with the unemployment thing. Yeah. And I saw out of work, but I got to work at Brad Pitt's house. That was pretty tight. I met Brad Pitt.
No shit.
And yeah,
how was he?
Like, yeah, he's super cool, dude. He's super, super nice. We did like his koi pond.
No shit.
And yeah, Dude, he was super cool. He came up. I wasn't supposed to talk to him. Like we had to sign a contract.
Yeah, tell me the story.
Like,
tell me the story of meeting Brad Pitt.
Yeah. Okay. So how do I even start this, bro? Well, we did this koi pond.
Start at the beginning.
I work in construction, right? Yeah. So we normally like do pools and stuff, but we did this Brad Pitt's koi pond, and like my boss told me about it, that I was going to Brad Pitt's house. I was pretty excited, but you have to sign like this waiver. Like you can't approach Brad Pitt. You can't tell anyone to go into his house. Like a bunch of shit. Like a bunch of shit. You can't take pictures of anything. I had to stay like in the area of where the koi pond is. But it was cool, dude. He was pretty down to earth. He's a chill guy. Like I said, I wasn't supposed to talk to him, but the first day, like towards the end of the day, he came out. And when he came out, like production noticeably slowed down. Like everyone just kind of started being like trying to work but trying to look, you know. It was pretty funny. And you know, I got excited. You know, it's fucking Brad Pitt, dude. I was super stoked, and I was trying to play cool, you know, just chilling. And he was talking to his assistant about like what's gonna happen next in the koi pond, but the assistant didn't know, and I was just like 15 feet away, bro. Like I was hearing their conversation, and I just kind of like did a loop so I didn't come up behind them, but like kind of so they could see me. And I was like, I know what's happening tomorrow. And I like kind of told them, you know, I didn't say like I know what's happening tomorrow. I was like, this and that's happening tomorrow, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, you the guy? And I was like, yeah, well, sure, I'm the guy. And he like kind of came up and talked to me, like shook my hand. It was chill. He was super, super cool. Like he knows that like people get excited to like meet him, but he was super chill. And I think he was just like, he was down to earth, bro.
Yeah.
He seemed like a dude you can get a beer with and have like a good time. It'd be chill.
That's good to hear.
Yeah.
If I heard that he was a douchebag, it would break my heart.
No, I was sick. And then the second day, I saw him again. I didn't like talk to him really.
Were you like, hey,
I
BP?
Walked past him. Nah. But like I like walked past him, and you're not supposed to talk to him or anything. But I was just like, oh fuck, I'll just play it cool, just walk past him. And he said hi to me. He was like, how's it going, bro? And like tapped my shoulder. And I was like, oh, what's up? And then I was just like walking away. I was like, Brad Pitt just fucking touched me, bro. Like,
Dude, that's amazing. That's awesome.
Yeah, it was cool. His house is fucking bitchin' too. His driveway is like a skate park.
What?
You drive through, but he's like got ramps and like a little bowl and a rail. Like if you just walk in, you'd be like, someone fucked up his driveway. But then you look around and it's like a skate park for his kids and shit. It's pretty dope. Wow. And then he's also got like at the end of his driveway.
Hey, are you gonna get fired saying this?
Nah, it's cool, dog. He'll be fine. You'll never. I'm not gonna tell you where he lives.
Me and Brad are cool. Me and Brad, dog.
Nah. We got this shit's just crazy. He's in his garage. He's got like a bunch of motorcycles. Like I guess he's just super into motorcycles. But next to every motorcycle, he's got like a mannequin with an outfit that goes with the bike. So if he's gonna ride this bike, he puts on that suit like he's fucking Batman or something, bro. Right?
That's next level.
Dude, that's pretty fucking, that's some Bruce Wayne shit, dude.
It really is. That must be weird to have that much money to where it's like you can only make good decisions up to a certain point, because then you're being irresponsible if you don't spend some of that money in a weird way, you know? What's the point?
Yeah, you gotta do something. Yeah, for sure. Dude, his house was crazy. His house was almost like a little city with no towns. Like, you got everything you need there.
Oh, really?
Or with no shops, yeah. He had like a park, a pool, like a dance hall. He had like a little school for his kids and shit. It was fucking bitching, dude.
Wow.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, super tight.
What would you buy that was completely irresponsible if you had that kind of money? Like, what would be the dream?
I just had that kind of money. Dude, I've always thought it'd be dope to fucking have a jacuzzi, spa, bathtub in your bathroom with a plasma screen TV or with a big ass flat screen like Scarface, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? Ever since I've seen Scarface, I was like, that's fucking just some baller shit. I've always wanted some shit like that. Just smoking fucking Cubans in the bathtub watching TV.
I feel like that's not that hard to do. I feel like a couple thousand that could do it, man.
No, not in this day. Yeah, probably not in this day. But I always just thought that was sick because Scarface did it.
Yeah. I always think about that. I was like, I have a bit kind of in a premise form still about how everything that 90s rappers bragged about is like nothing today. Like cars and phone, or like phones with cars, or cars with phones, and remember the little TV screens and everything.
With those TVs.
Yeah, like it's all just like the stuff they were bragging about. Shit. Yeah, man. I seen Escalade now, and I'm like, what are you doing? Like it's so old.
For real. For real, those in like the Hummers and shit.
Yeah, that was like such a flex back in the early 2000s. Like a rap video with a Hummer and H2, be like, oh shit, they got 2 yellow ones.
Yeah, right. Dude, that shit, I love the way they used to dress back then too, like the baggy shorts and everything, dog. It's funny how much it's changed.
And the wife beater. Yeah, man.
Yeah, the wife beater.
Crystal.
Like everyone used to dress like Mexicans, dog.
Dude, you're gonna get canceled. Hey, did you see this Tony Hinchcliffe stuff?
Kind of. Yeah, I saw it a little bit. I saw the clip, and then I saw like on TMZ, or not on TMZ. Ari Shaffir posted like the
full videos,
an unedited version. Yeah, but I didn't watch the full videos.
It's pretty crazy. For people who don't know, Tony Hinchcliffe, a stand-up comedian, has a great show, Kill Tony, that helps newer comedians get exposure. Ferocious writer, a roaster, very funny on the spot.
Definitely.
And he did a show here in Austin, and he had someone who was on the show before him, a Chinese comedian, go up and do a bunch of like Stop Asian Hate, a little bit of virtue signaling, making jokes. And then to be the contrast, Tony Hinchcliffe went up after and did some anti-Chinese jokes. Just jokes. Did he say some stuff that was inappropriate? Maybe better word usage, maybe. You know, I don't know if you want to say what he said, what a slur for Chinese people. But the backlash of it was insane. Got dropped from his management, his agency, lost his venues that he would do Kill Tony at. And basically,
I think Rogan dropped him from his show too.
Rogan did, or the venues did?
I don't know. I heard someone told me that Rogan dropped him from a show too, but I don't know the facts.
I'll talk to Rogan since we live in the same city now.
I'd have a hard time imagining that's true.
Yeah, because it just goes against what the context of all of it, you know?
Yeah.
I would assume it was the venues. If there were local spots, we're like, well, we're not going to allow him here, which is kind of a bitch move. Like, I understand.
So too. It goes against Texas, dog.
I know, man. They don't California, my Texas now. And just the comedian himself, instead of like going up to Tony and being like, hey man, that was fucked up and I don't think you should do this and it's not okay, talk to him. But instead he just put this video on Twitter, virtue signaling with it and trying to like clout chase. He went on TMZ. He's now doing like press tours. It's just, and it was someone that Tony would reach out and help him, let him open for him and do stuff. He's been on Kill Tony.
Right.
And it's just like, man,
he's trying to be a victim.
Yeah. It's sad, man. It's a weird place to do comedy. Like, to think that you can be canceled for jokes on stage, even if they're a mistake, like you maybe shouldn't have said it, but like that's what some of it is saying fucked up shit, realizing it's not funny, it's not going to work, and then you scrap it from your act.
Right.
You know? Yeah,
no, dude, comedy can be mean. It's either like, it's a fine line, bro, especially when you're roasting people. It's either really funny or just fucked up, and you just find out after you say it. You know,
Yeah.
you never really know until it comes out. Yeah,
Dude.
so I don't know. I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fucked up. I don't know. It's crazy that fool just victimized himself and put it on. Like, if you're going on the Kill Tony show, like, you know you're gonna get roasted.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't on Kill Tony.
Like
it was on an actual comedy show at the Vulcan. I think it was Red Band's show, the secret show he does.
Okay.
Yeah. If it happened on Kill Tony, that would have been even more ridiculous, though.
Yeah. Still, that's his style, though. That's like getting mad at Jesselnick for making fun of you, I feel.
Dude, that's the thing, is Jesselnick has made very offensive jokes, but you know they're jokes, which is like what you should see Tony is doing.
Right. I mean, when you're on a stage and you have a microphone and it's clearly a comedy show and not a hate rally, I feel like you gotta let some shit go.
And the context of it, because in the full video, he even goes on to say, "Oh, these people aren't laughing at these jokes. They think I'm being serious right now." Like, he says that in it right after. Yeah. But that's edited out to like paint a picture. That's what's gross about it, is I'm like, you are methodically doing this.
Yeah.
Dude, my favorite Jesselnick
cancel culture.
Yeah, my favorite Jesselnick joke. Have you heard the one where he goes, "My mom was supposed to die in 9/11. I think."
Yeah.
Dude, he is a phenomenal writer.
Yeah, he's got one too where he's like, "My mom was supposed to turn 69 yesterday or something, but because of a lot of years of drugs and alcohol, we all forgot," or some shit. It's so funny.
It's like the multi-level misdirections where you can't even guess where he's going with it.
Yeah.
He's like, I think he's the Eminem of writing jokes, where it's just like, he's such a craftsman, like a wordsmith with the way he writes things.
Yeah, he is. I like how he like kind of talks kind of serious when he does it. He's got like that deep kind of serious voice. It's pretty funny.
Yeah.
He just nails it.
Is there any comedians that you look up to that you try to kind of model after, or anyone that like got you to do stand up?
Honestly, like I don't really try and model my stand up after anyone else. Maybe like a little bit, but I just try to go up there and be myself and like do my own thing. I feel like I just try and go up there and like have a conversation with people, really. But I really liked Ron White.
Oh, hell yeah.
I like his shit a lot. He probably got me into a little bit. I loved Ralphie May too when I was younger. Ralphie May always cracked me up. Yeah, back in the day. Jeff Dunham was like huge for like my generation in middle school. He's a funny dude. You know, I don't care what anyone says. His jokes are fucking funny. This puppet. I mean, he's fucking like Kevin Hart status for a little bit.
Dude, huge.
Yeah, he was huge. And then
I don't know if he could be big in this climate with his terrorist puppet.
Dude, not the jalapeno on a stick either, dog.
Oh, the jalapeno, the tired Mexican dude.
Yeah. He's got the redneck dude too.
Man,
this shit was all just about being racist with puppets. He makes those puppets though. He does everything himself. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's legit. Yeah.
No, I loved him growing up for sure.
Yeah, me too. Trying to think of who else. I really liked Ron White, or like Ron White.
Yeah.
There's someone else, but I'm fucking blanking. But yeah, Jesselnick. Oh, dude, I used to love Nick Swartzen when I was younger too. Nick Swartzen had that special. It was so good.
Yeah.
Like just talking shit about drunk white girls, how they're always missing a friend.
And he always had the one where he would talk about like his grandma would make him feel like the strongest person in the world, who just would lift up the chair. She'd be like, "Oh my God, Nicholas."
Yeah. Yeah. Or he's got that bit about like being super loud playing video games with his friends at night, and his neighbors think he's like filming gay porn.
Is there any comedians that you look at now that are killing it that you're just like, that's awesome? Like who are some of the people?
I really like Andrew Schultz.
I don't know how I knew you were going to say that.
Look out now. Yeah. I don't know, dude. That fool's hilarious.
Yeah.
I really like him, and I feel like he's changed the game a little bit. So there's him. You gotta love Jeremiah Watkins. Watkins is pretty tight.
He's a grinder, man. The amount of stuff that he does, and me knowing video production and everything, the amount of hours that he's putting into editing and producing his podcast,
I'm sure it's ridiculous.
It's insanity, man. And he's got a brand new baby, and it's just, man, he is like a workhorse.
Yeah, he's got to be. And his improv is ridiculous. He can like snap into characters just like in an instant. It's pretty impressive. I
wish I could have seen Stand Up on the Spot. Have you ever seen, have you heard about that? He used to host a show. I've seen the videos online, but he would host a show called Stand Up on the Spot at the Comedy Store, where comedians would go on stage and the audience would just give them premises, and they would have to riff about it on the spot. If you like Andrew Schultz, there's one where Andrew did it with him. You can find it on YouTube, and it's pretty phenomenal.
Oh yeah. I'll look into it.
That improv.
What about you, bro?
I really like I like them a lot. Those are probably the ones I respect a lot. Is Andrew Schultz and Jeremiah Watkins. It's interesting because it's always, I feel like there's comedy purists where it's like I only get found exposure on stage, but I feel like that's not the game anymore at all.
No.
And I've had people, just haters in the DMs telling me shit about, oh, you do this and this, and just try to act like you're supposed to just do stand up. It's impossible. Right. You literally
in this day,
have to build your own audience, or you're going to get left behind. You're going to constantly be going to open mics and just hoping people put you on a show. Like you're going to be at the mercy of other people.
Right.
Because that's all it is, man, is building an audience. Can you fill a place? And that's it.
Right.
And if you can, well, you have an audience and you could perform for them at least once. Right. I mean, until you're, that's why YouTubers and people capitalize on it, because they can get people to come to one show, but then people are like, that was kind of weird, know? Yeah, but I enjoy the people who are kind of changing the format of things, especially, and kept it moving during the pandemic, where they were just like, I'm not just going to sit back and disappear and try to tweet jokes every now and then. I'm going to try to do what I can do through different outlets.
Yeah.
That's what I like.
Agree. You know who else I like that's kind of up and coming? I think you might be maybe the funniest one is Mark Norman.
Oh,
You know who Mark Norman is?
Yeah.
Dude, that fool's fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
His jokes are funny.
He is like up there with Jeselnik when it comes to writing ability. Yeah,
and he'll say some fucked up shit too.
Yeah, I really liked his special.
Yeah, it was good.
And he did those outdoor ones. He did like Mark Norman does. I forgot what it was, but it would be like in a park, or Park Normand is what he would call it.
Yeah, he's a hustler.
Yeah, man. Sure. I tried getting him on the podcast, and he declined me.
Did you?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, I tried reaching out. I wanted him for the, I don't know if it was the 100th episode or the 69th episode, but I reached out and he declined. So fuck Mark Norman. Is at the end of the day.
Maybe one day.
Nah, I had seen during and that's him being a hustler, is during the pandemic, he was doing smaller podcasts and everything, and he was just, keeping things going. So I was like, let me put my name in the hat.
Wow.
And apparently my name wasn't good enough for him. So, fuck him.
That's all right. Yeah, man, sometimes you got to just Hail Mary it.
Yeah. But yeah, man. What is your writing process like?
Dude, I feel like I'm not a great writer. Sometimes I'll just like, a joke will pop in my head and I'll just write that shit down real quick. Like a lot of times, like if a joke pops in my head, it's either early in the morning when I'm just waking up, when I'm in the shower, or like when I'm laying in bed, going to bed at night. Sometimes I'll just like think of something and I'll write it down, and then like I'll try and work around it a little bit, see if I could like connect the dots, writing shit, or like connect it to a story. I tell a lot of stories. And then like maybe write a few other punchlines, but I kind of just get on stage and start talking. You know what I mean?
Dude, that's a baller move. That takes some confidence.
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, like, I know what I'm gonna say, I just don't really know how I'm gonna say it. Like, I'll have like an outline of what I'm gonna say, but like if I sit there and like write out a full joke, that when I reread it, I'm always like, what the fuck is this shit? This is the most stupid thing I've ever read. I always trick myself, so I can't just kind of write bullet points and like maybe a little bit of a setup, punchlines, or just like thoughts to talk about, and I just kind of go up there and try and talk it out.
Dude, that's good though.
Yeah.
Do you record your sets?
Yeah, and then I'll listen to them after, of course, and then that's when I kind of will like sit down and like write a little more. You know, when you're like, you record your sets, right? Yeah, you know, because sometimes after you like listen to it and you'll be like, oh, I'm never gonna say that again, that was fucking stupid, and it's a good way to trim fat. And sometimes you'll listen to it, you'll hear you'll hear yourself say something, and then you like add a tag right then. You're like, oh, I'm writing that down now. I'm gonna use that next week, whatever. So yeah, that's how I'll try and write more. But for the most part, I'll think of something, I'll be like, all right, let's see where this goes. I just kind of go up and.
Do you know the worst joke you've said on stage, or something that was just such a swing and a miss? Where like an audience turned on you?
Yeah, actually. I've never really had an audience turn on me, really.
Well, aren't you lucky?
Like I had the first, I know, this first one I did Jeremiah Watkins show, people were being loud and I yelled at them to shut the fuck up. Other than that, like, nothing. I've been pretty lucky somehow. But I remember it was at Mel's, so it was in Santa Barbara, a bunch of like white rich people. I just didn't read. I was pretty early in. It was like you said in the beginning, like you kind of start to get cocky. I did a bit kind of about Anderson .Paak's newer album at the time, but I really got into being like talking about Migos and how there's like an ad-libs, you know, like the rappers just like, or like the skirt. And I talked about how like I was like, that's my like real dream job. Like I'd love to just be in the background, just making noises, you know. And they no one laughed. They did not get it at all. I don't think there's any Migos fans in the audience. I felt so stupid. And I was just like, all right, I'm never trying that again.
That's hilarious, dude. That's what's funny and was interesting about Ventura. Ventura isn't necessarily the rest of the United States, in the sense of it's a little bubble of a lot of white people that it's very insulated. And I remember I forgot where I was, but I did jokes in front of a mainly black audience, and I was talking about how I wish I was confident enough to know to like instigate what cool handshake we were doing with black people. Like that was just the premise of it. It was like, I wish I had the confidence to just instigate what handshake we're going to do or something. And then I went in to be like, how I never know, like, what is this? Is there like, but anyway, I did it at the Harbor Comedy Club.
The worst one.
And it was only like 65-year-old, like old white people. And there's some young people, but they felt so uncomfortable to laugh because it was only white. They're like, and then they would feel, I think they were like, felt like they would be racist if they even acknowledged that that's a funny thing that happens where you don't know how to shake hands. And I remember just being like,
premise.
Yeah, I just remember being like, you guys can laugh at this, and I remember just being like, oh yeah, you guys are all white. And then they laughed at that because they were just like, oh yeah, we can make fun of ourselves, but no one else. So funny, man.
That's hilarious.
Dude, probably the worst one for me is one of the worst ones is I don't know if you were around at the same time, but did you ever meet Josh Wallenstein?
I don't think so.
He's a gay feller from the East Coast. He's a gem of a kid.
Okay.
I say kid, he's like 30.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, I don't think I ever met him.
Him and I, we became good friends, and we would drive to LA all the time doing spots together. And it was Gay Pride Week, and I remember I was giving him a bunch of tags because he's been gay. He's been out of the closet since he was like early high school, and I was giving him a ton of tags, but like, yeah, talk about how you're like in the trenches, you know, like everybody wants to be gay on Gay Pride Week, but you were actually gay before it was cool. And then I remember he was like killing with these bits, and I remember being like, I want a gay joke on Gay Pride Week. So I was like, dude, what if I talk about how I'm only gay for the benefits? And then he was like dying laughing because he knew me and he knew it was a joke. And I went on stage after he went on stage, and I opened on Pride Week talking about how I was just gay for the benefits. And it was crickets, silence. And I remember looking at him and him just like looking away. And I'm like, oh, this is so brutal right now.
That's the worst, dude.
Yeah, but it was fun.
Dude, I just went to LA last week and did the show. And I like went with a car full of people. I think there was 5 of us.
Okay.
Yeah, 5 of us. Every single one of us bombed at this show, bro.
Really?
Every single it was like a slotted show, you know, so it was like just comedians. I don't think no comedian like did really good, bro. No one everyone kind of bombed, but it was fucking rough. Luckily we had like one other spot we were hitting, but that would have been such a depressing ride home. Yeah,
dude, those slotted spots they're not natural. They're like an artificial thing that's been created because there's a demand for people needing stage time. But it doesn't really, all it helps you do is get comfortable on stage and being okay bombing. Like,
yeah, pretty much.
Because I never, going to those slotted shows, felt like I could turn it on 100% because I was like, you guys know all the tricks.
Yeah, no way.
I'm not going to dance for you. You guys know all of this.
Right. And no one's really paying attention. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like it's a room full of comics. So every single person is either thinking like what they're about to say or what they just said.
Mm-hmm.
So half of them are like, all right, you say this and you say that. And the other half are just like, this is, what the fuck did I just say? I've seen people go into mics, not even slotted ones, just like regular mics, and they'll go in, do their bit, record it, and then go in the back and like watch their bit and fucking work on it at the place. Like not even like watch the next person at all, just go straight to the back and start doing it. Like I appreciate the grind, but like, bro, we all watched you.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, that's...
I mean, I get going up and dip into another set or whatever. Like, I totally get that, but that's just kind of...
That always bugged me when comics would want you to be in the room for them. They would want the audience, but then they would just completely bounce. Or they just don't laugh. Dude, I give people... If I think something is funny and I've even heard it before, I'll give a chuckle because I know... Like it's reaffirming, like, you know, like I always just want to be like kind of a positive crowd member and give you at least like what this deserves. You're working on this, especially if they do that for me. I'm just like, dude, just be a good person in this community.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, that's what.
Yeah, I try and do the same thing. I won't laugh if it's not like funny or anything, but like you're saying, if I've heard it before and I know it's funny, like. I'll give you a fucking chuckle. Oh yeah, especially if it's a rough room. It's just funny, motherfucker. Come
on. I always would remember you would laugh.
Sometimes you gotta laugh too.
Yeah, whenever I would do the equality bits. I don't believe in equality, and school shooter bits.
So funny, dude. Yeah, bro. Oh yeah, those are hilarious. They're good bits, dude. I like them.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bombed with the school shooter one here not too long ago. I was just like, man, this is a weird landscape out here.
Dude, I've been doing a few mass murder jokes, and I bombed a few times with them.
Yeah, nice.
They're good though. Yeah.
But yeah, man, we just did an hour. I think that's
shit.
Yeah, man. The next one we'll have to do is in person when you come visit Texas. Hopefully.
Dude, I want to go out there, so if we could work something out, that'd be super cool.
Yeah. I move into a new spot where I'm gonna have a studio set up at the end of the year. So if you come out early next year or something, we'll have a studio ready, and
dude, that'd be awesome.
We can do it. Hit some spots.
Dude, fuck yeah, that'd be super cool. I want to check it out.
Yeah, dog. Where can people see your comedy? Where can they follow you on social media?
My Instagram's pretty active. It's just Connor Corsentino. No underscore CONNOR CORSENTINO. Ooh, Connor Corsentino. When is this going on?
Probably Monday.
Is this Monday? Okay. I don't have any like upcoming shows, but if you're in the Ventura area, Fatty Vegan, Thursday night 7:30. Wednesdays you got Gigi's 7:30s in Ventura, or Mel's in Santa Barbara. I'm trying
what about your OnlyFans account? You got an OnlyFans?
I don't have the OnlyFans account, just the Instagram. I'm doing a show tonight at Old Town Coffee, but that doesn't matter. It'll be
nice.
Past tense.
Yeah.
And just kind of Instagram.
Nice. Yeah. All right, brother. Well, thank you for doing the podcast, man. It's been good catching up.
Dude, thanks for having me. Yeah, good to see you again, bro.
All right, everybody else, I still love you.